Hello, it's Sandy Bakos here, Sandy B Stitcher, coming back to you for another FLOSSTUBE video about my stitching. I missed a Friday again. I think that we should plan on not every week now because stuff just keeps happening. I don't have a lot to show you. This shouldn't be a very long video. What happened was that last video I did was on March 2nd. And oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you what today is. Today is, what is today? Today is Tuesday, March 12th. You know, what can I say? I had a birthday, so I do my best. Anyways, last video was Tuesday, March 2nd, and you know, I was getting better from that sinus infection and everything, ear infection and stuff that I had. And I had like maybe one nice day. Then Monday on the 4th, my husband got up in the morning with a terrible gastrointestinal virus. And what a mess. Because, you know, he doesn't move too fast with his Parkinson's. And he hadn't been sick like that in a long time and didn't realize that he was going to throw up. So there was some messes to be cleaned up. So that lasted about 24 hours for him. And on Tuesday, he was feeling better. So we went to the fitness center and we went out and did some things. Remember I told you that the regional store, Pat Catan's, was going to be closing. So I stopped in over there to check that situation out. And they are closing in September. But they're starting to pull everything in from all the different holidays and everything. And they've got all kinds of stuff clearanced and a lot of stuff marked down. So yarn was 25% off. So I went a little crazy, but that's okay. And we went to lunch and everything was fine. And in the middle of the afternoon, I started not feeling good. And by late afternoon, I had it full-fledged. Get the bucket and put it in front of you and get ready to run to the bathroom for everything else. Oh my gosh. And where my husband had it for 24 hours, my stomach is still messed up. You know, remember last year how I was having so many stomach problems and I was trying this and that and the next thing to get my stomach back on an even keel? Well, this virus, which lasted, the all-out really worst part of gastrointestinal, lasted for 3 to 4 days. Then I still had no appetite. I still was so dragged out. I still didn't really feel good, but at least the stuff stopped happening. And now it threw my whole system out of whack, and I'm trying very hard to get things back to a normal where my stomach doesn't ache all the time, but I think that's going to take a while. So consequently, the reason why I'm telling you all this, because I'm sure you all don't care about that, all the particulars, but the reason I'm telling you this is because I have almost no stitching. There was 3 or 4 days where I didn't stitch at all. So I really don't have much to show you, but I did want to come on here and I'm trying to straighten things up. My house is such a mess. But, you know, it is, it is what it is. So we just got to go with it. And little by little, I told my husband this morning, I said, I hope to God that I don't get sick again right away because I'm just now starting to feel better, just now starting to get some things put away, caught up. The weather's looking better. The sun has been shining for 2 days now, and yesterday was still really, really cold and windy. oh, I went out to the grocery store and it was just, oh, it was bitter out. But today it's supposed to be up into the 40s. So I'm hoping that maybe this afternoon, when it's reached like the highest temperature it's going to get for the day, maybe I'll go out, take a walk around the yard, pick up some branches, because oh my gosh, we lost trees like crazy when we had those great big winds. I didn't tell you about it on the last video, but oh, we have a lot of trees down. Well, one is out here in our yard. It fell and it took out the neighbor's fence. So he's being really good about it, because he had some trees fall on the back of his property that took out the back side of his fence. So he's being really good about it, and he's going to do the chainsawing and stuff out there, because it was a huge, great big tree. And that thing just folded over like an accordion. I should take a picture of it and put it on here for you, but oh my goodness, it's just, oh, what a mess. So a lot of branches to pick up, so maybe I can get out there this afternoon and get some fresh air. Okay, enough about sickness. We're going to leave that behind and we're going to go forward. The same day that I did the last video, when the mail came that day, I had a birthday card, and so I didn't get to show it to you. And this is a birthday card from Germany, and it's written, the saying and everything is in German, but it's a beautiful, look at those flowers. Doesn't that just yell spring to you? And this really nice sentiment, and this is from Beata in Germany. Thank you so much. I really appreciated this card. And the heartfelt sympathy, or the heartfelt verses that you put in it. Some days I can't talk, just bear with me. Okay, now what I did stitch. I got a Quaker Diamonds, so I did a little bit of work on Quaker Diamonds. And so I will share that with you now. Not a whole lot. I had just started working on Quaker Diamonds when I got sick, and so I didn't do a whole lot more. And this material is kind of show through, so I'm going to try to, maybe if I stick this up here behind at least a little bit of it, it'll help a little bit. Can you see it? And where I worked this last time was, I was working down here on this motif, and I had started it, and then I did some more on that motif, and then I went up in here and was doing some fill-in here in the center there. So not a lot. I'm not going to put this away. I haven't stitched on it since I got sick. But I'm going to keep this out and do some more work on it before I put it away, because I really didn't get, I think I stitched 2 days on it, and that was all I was able to get done, and that was maybe a couple of hours on each one of those days. So my go-to when I just need to be able to just sit and stitch is Shades of Summer, and I haven't shown you the picture in a while. So I got it out. Here's Shades of Summer. This is an Artecy design, and if you're not familiar with Artecy, they're a lot of full coverage like Hades, and they are based in Australia. And this is a big one. It's like a mini Hade. It's 300 by 234, and I've been working on this one for quite a while now. And the last time that I had shown it to you, I had shown you that I had finished that all the way across the top. So I'll just kind of hold it up here and show the whole thing. And then I'll fold it over here a little bit and show you where I've been working. And where I've been working is going down these pages over here, down through here. And I did a lot of work down here. This is the bottom of that next page, and then there'll be a partial page down below here. And I don't know if you can see it, but you know, with these large full coverage pieces, as you're stitching them, you really can't see the design until you get a lot of it in there, and then you hold it up and you look at it and you say, oh, okay, that's what I was stitching. Well, these are the flowering trees up here, and as you're getting down into here, this is into the rocks where the water is kind of coming down through the rocks. So it's this section right here. And it's really starting, I'm really starting to be able to see where this is coming down and going into this little pond right here, or creek, or whatever that is. See the rocks? And this lighter part, this is where the water is coming down. Isn't that neat? I love watching these full coverage pieces come to life. And on this side over here, you can tell that the trees in here with the leaves, and then this is a flowering one over here. And this is gonna, you know, this project, I go on and on about this because this, when it's finished, this to me is gonna be a work of art. I don't know if anybody else looks at that like that. But what I'm doing at this point is I'm gonna finish down here. And I haven't made up my mind whether I want to go to that last page going down this way and finish it up, or whether I want to go up here, because up here I'm going to be stitching the house. The one part is right over in here, and then it goes over to the see how the one part is lower over here, and then it goes up to the two-story part. I can't wait, but I'm holding myself back. So you want to see the whole thing again? Look. I am really proud of my work on this, and I'm just so pleased to see the picture coming out now and showing itself. Okay, that's all I stitched on. Not much, right? At least not for what I usually would do. Okay, a couple of things that I just wanted to mention, and then I have a couple of charts to show you to give away. One is that everybody that I owed charts to from in the past, I'm not going to show any addresses, but they're right here. They're addressed, they're stamped, they're ready to go out in the mailbox. I just have to walk out there and put them out. So Julie Jenkins, you've got one coming. Kieran Carnine, you've got one coming. Misty Elkins, you've got one coming. And Vicki Pickstuck. In the mail today. Can't guarantee when you'll receive them, but in the mail today. Promise. Not reneging on that one. And I will try going forward to do better. This getting sick when you're older, it just, a virus when you're young, you got the virus, you get over the virus, you're good to go. Not when you're older. And if you are older, you know what I'm talking about. It just seems to drain, at least for me.Maybe I'm just weak. Maybe my husband says I'm weak. My husband says I'm sissy. I need to build myself up. Well, I'm trying. I went to the fitness center that day I got sick. You know, I was trying. Okay, so those charts are going out. All right, now, some time ago, I can't remember exactly when it was, I told you a story about a FLOSSTUBE video that I had watched about a lady who said that she had gotten a call from somebody saying that she had been calling their number and bothering them and everything and telling her to stop it. Well, leaving them messages, I guess, bothering them about, you know, some kind of spam of some kind. And she had checked with her cell phone company and found out that someone was using her number, and I wasn't exactly sure how the whole thing worked, but anyways, her cell phone company, which was Verizon, told her the only thing she could do was change her phone number. And she was a business person that used that phone number for her business, so that was going to be really difficult for her. Well, somebody did it to me. And the only way I found out is that what day was it? It was Monday. It was the day my husband was sick. I went to Target to get him some 7-Up and stuff. And I was just getting ready to go to the checkout at Target, and my phone rang, and I answered it thinking that, really quick, thinking it might be Bob calling me. And I didn't really glance at the number much, but something told me answer the phone. So I answered it. And this lady said, "This is Yvonne. What did you need?" And I said, I'm sorry, you must have gotten a wrong number. And she goes, "No, I'm returning a missed call from this number." And I said, "Well, I didn't call you." And she goes, "Well, somebody at this number called me." And I said, "I haven't used my phone today." She says, "Well, maybe it was a misdial." And I said, "No, I'm the only one who uses my phone, and my phone hasn't been used at all today." And she repeated my phone number to me, and she says, "Is this number?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Well, I have a missed call from this number." She said, "Are you a business or an individual?" And I said, "I'm an individual. It's a personal phone line." She said, "Is it a cell phone or a landline?" And, she's very professional sounding. So, I didn't have a problem with answering her questions. And she was being very nice. And I said, "Well, it's a cell phone." And she said, "Well, since it's a cell phone," she says, "I'm going to text you a screenshot showing you that I got a missed call from your number." And I said, "Okay, but I didn't call you." So checked out of Target and everything. And when I got out to my car, I checked my phone, and she had sent me a text message. And I'm looking at it, and it shows my phone number on her thing as a missed call with the city and state. It said Elyria, Ohio, which is a town, it's near here. It's where my brother and his wife Lori live. And where a lot of the stores and everything are that I go to. And I was like, this is just wrong, because I didn't call this lady. And there was no, how you have recent calls. It only showed her call coming into me, not me calling out to her. So I was sitting there in the parking lot and thinking about it, and I went to pull out, and I remembered there's a Verizon store right across the parking lot. So I drove over there to the Verizon store and went in, and I told the girl, I said, "Maybe you can help me." So I showed her my phone, and I said, "I did not call this lady." And I said, "But she got this." I said, "You can see, here's the text message showing that a call came to her from my phone." And she goes, the girl's sitting there, and she's shaking her head up and down like this. And she said, "Yeah, somebody mirrored you." And I said, "Excuse me?" And she said, "Yeah, somebody mirrored your number." And I said, "Okay, slow down. You got an old lady here. Explain to me exactly what you're talking about and how this happened." So she said, "People can buy computer software. They put it on their computer that they have a modem attached to, or that they connect their cell phone to, or something." I didn't quite get the gist of exactly how all that works, but whether it's something they download on their phone or what, but it's software. You can buy it. And what this software does is it masks the number that the phone call is actually coming from, and it goes out and picks up random phone numbers. That's what it shows where the call is coming from. So caller ID basically is mute anymore, because basically anybody that purchases this software can use any phone number from anywhere to make it look like it's coming from your own area. And I know this for a fact, because our landline phone, we get phone calls constantly that say they're coming from the same prefix as our landline phone number. In our case, it's a 967. So we get all these calls that say they're coming from a 967 or not area code, but prefix, which is Vermilion, but they're not. And they have people's names on them or business names. There's business names on there, that businesses that went out of business years ago. And they'll show up as church names, bank names. But if you happen to pick up and answer one of those, it's either it's a recorded spam message or it's, "Hi, this is Rachel from Card Services." You know what we did? We turned the ringers off on our phones. I told my husband, I said, I can't stand it anymore. He does not want to get rid of that landline. But I turned the ringers off on the phones so we don't have to listen to them ring. Sometimes 15, 20, 25 times a day we get these calls. Nobody ever leaves a message. Or if it is a message, it's a spam message. But anyways, warning, anybody can use your phone number. There's not a damn thing that you can do about it, pardon my French, except change your phone number. And so the lady at Verizon basically told me, she says, if it happened just this once that somebody called you back and said, "Hey, you called my number," she says, consider yourself lucky. She said, if you start getting irate people calling you, or it starts happening more and more and more, she says you may want to think about changing your phone number. But she says the problem is that you change your phone number and there's nothing to say that it won't start happening again. So we are being spammed out of our minds, all of us, everywhere, and it's getting worse and worse. And what they're doing is wrong, but there's nothing that any of us can do about it. And I don't know that there's anything that the government or anybody else can do about it. So I guess it's just that it's a sign of our times and what we're going to have to live with. So, PSA. I guess that's all I've got except to show you the charts. And I'm sorry I went on and on and on about it, but it upsets me. It really does. It really upsets me. It's getting to the point where we have no privacy anymore. Nothing is sacred. All right. This first one I'm going to show you is a real springy looking flower bouquet. They have done it on an Afghan here. And along with this is called Floral Fantasy. And along with this, there's going to be a couple of just bonus charts that are here. There's something that Pennsylvania Dutch that you could put on a towel as a border. There's a little kitty and a little bear. There's also the executive rabbit. And there's also just a chart here for a pot holder. So if you are interested in any or all of these charts, just say that you would like to stitch, let me see, the flowers. And I will get those out to you right away. I promise. Okay, the next one, I was kind of looking for springy type things. The next one is Gone Fishing. Isn't it cute? That would look really cute in a little boy's bedroom or even a little girl's bedroom. Doesn't have to be a little boy. And also along with this one is the cluster of violets. And that's it. So if you would like this one, just say you'd like to stitch frog or you'd like frog. And the next one is for Mother's Day. And it's called A Mother's Love. And there is that chart, and there's part of something on the back here, but not the whole thing. So If you would like this one, just say you would like to stitch Mother. Okay, I went on way longer than I intended to. That's it for this time. Please know that I probably will not be doing an exact weekly video from here on out for a while. I have so much to catch up on, and my energy flags very, very quickly. So just bear with me. Please continue prayers for Olivia. I know she had been in the hospital last month. I haven't heard anything new, so I'm hoping that everything is going well. Lori is now on oxygen 24/7, to my knowledge. I am getting together with her on Friday, and we are going to Hobby Lobby. So hopefully it won't be too taxing for her. We were supposed to go last week, but of course I was sick, so we had to cancel that. But I'll let you know more about how she's doing the next time that I'm here. And I hope all of you are doing well. And so I'm sending out my love and hugs to everybody, and I will see you the next time, hopefully with much more stitching to show you. So y'all take care. Bye-bye.